The Browns' 2016 schedule has been released. They will open the season on September 11th on the road against the Philadelphia Eagles, as Hugh Jackson will meet a first-time head coach in Doug Peterson, two former offensive coordinators locking horns. And of course, the Eagles are where our offensive coordinator from a year ago, John DeFilippo, has landed as their quarterbacks coach. So that will be week one in the city of brotherly love. In week two, the Browns will return home to take on division rival, the Baltimore Ravens. The Browns, of course, getting the better of the Ravens in the first meeting last year. That was in Baltimore. Hopefully the same will be true at First Energy Stadium for the home opener on September the 18th. In week three, September the 25th, the Browns go on the road, and they're going to Miami. Another first-time head coach, Adam Gase, will lead the Dolphins in that one as the Browns travel to the beach to hopefully pick up a win in the early going. In week number four, the Browns stay on the road and go to the nation's capital, RG3, returning to Washington for the first time as a member of the Browns, where they take on the Washington Redskins, who made the playoffs a year ago behind quarterback Kirk Cousins. In week number five, the Browns will return home and they will host the New England Patriots, a perennial Super Bowl champion. This is one of those games that if you're interested in getting those single game ticket packages, you can get them now through Monday, that certainly you want to check out to see Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, what team that has been the class of the National Football League. Week six, the Browns go on the road, going back to Nashville to take on the Tennessee Titans, a team that they have beaten in each of the last two seasons. In fact, last time they were in Tennessee, it was the largest road comeback in the history of the National Football League. So hopefully that magic will continue against the Titans. In week number seven, the Browns stay on the road. Hugh Jackson returns to Cincinnati to take on the Bengals on a Sunday for the first time in 3 years. It'll be a Sunday showdown between Hugh Jackson and his former team on that one. So the Browns are going to be road warriors early. 5 of their first 7 games away from First Energy Stadium, but that means 6 of the final 9 will be right here in Cleveland, starting in week number 8 against the New York Jets. Then in week number 9, the Browns stay home to take on Tony Romo, Dez Bryant, and the Dallas Cowboys in what should be an epic showdown. Another one of those games, if you want to get a single game and cherry pick it, that's a good one. Remember, you can only do that through April the 18th. In week number 10, it's prime time. The Browns going on the road for the 3rd straight year on a Thursday night to take on a division rival. This time, it's the Baltimore Ravens. The last time the Browns were in Baltimore, who could forget big play Gare's catch with his legs as the Browns came out on top in an epic overtime game. 10 days later, the Browns will return home to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ben Roethlisberger, Antonio Brown, and Le'Veon Bell, the first time that the Browns and the Steelers will meet under head coach Hugh Jackson. The following week, week number 12, the Browns will host the New York Giants as Eli Manning and Odell Beckham come to town. Another one of those highlight possibility games. Again, single game packages on sale now through Monday, so you don't want to miss that. In week number 13, the Browns finally get their bye. 12 straight games to open the season. They will get rested for the stretch run with the week 13 bye and stay at home in week 14 when they take on the Cincinnati Bengals. The first time Marvin Lewis and company will come to Cleveland to take on Hugh Jackson as the head coach of the Cleveland Browns. After the home game at Cincinnati, the Browns will have been in town from 11/11, the Friday following the Thursday night game against Baltimore, until December the 17th when they get on the plane and head to Buffalo. Pretty nice stretch at home. They should be rested and ready to go when they travel to Buffalo and hope to stop the train from choo-chooing when they take on Rex Ryan and the Buffalo Bills. The final home game of the season for the Browns will come in week 16 when they host the San Diego Superchargers. The Chargers behind Phillip Rivers, always a competitive, exciting team. We'll see what happens when those two collide in week 16, and should be a weather advantage for the Browns as that warm weather team has to travel to Cleveland late in December. And finally, the year will end week 17, New Year's Day. One year ends, yet another begins as the Browns travel to Pittsburgh to wrap up their regular season once again. That's the 2016 schedule. Great slate of home games. And remember, this is your opportunity 4 days between now and April the 18th to go ahead and get single game ticket packages at clevelandbrowns.com. So take advantage of that. And remember, for all the latest on your Cleveland Browns, breakdowns of the schedule, and of course, single game tickets, log on to clevelandbrowns.com or the Browns mobile app.